Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Okay, hit it. There are literally thousands of public schools, universities, and colleges in America that teach Darwinian evolution. This map from Slate shows how close Darwinian evolution is from taking the whole United States public school systems. Now let us define some terms. Darwinian evolution is a change from one kind of animal to another kind of animal. Darwin is the founder of this theory and has changed the way people think since then. This theory continues to grow more and more popular and is starting to be considered fact. However, Darwinian evolution is not all it's made out to be. Taking a look at the most recent missing link, the geologic column, and the difference between natural selection and Darwinian evolution can bring a different conclusion and perspective on how credible Darwin's theory really is. Now let's look at the most recent missing link found. Ida, the most praised missing link, proved itself to be irrelevant in trying to prove Darwinian evolution. According to National Geographic, Ida was found in German soil in the year of 2009. Now our latest friend was stated by National Geographic as the first fossil that links humans with lemurs. The fossil itself is a great whole fossil, however it is heavily lemur-like. Also, there are no transitional parts found in the whole skeleton. National Geographic in their article states, scientists were able to examine fossil evidence of fur and soft tissue and even picked through the remains of her last meal. End of quote. The fossil's youth proves not to be a link between humans or apes, which are dated millions of years back. The evidence that should have proved Darwinian evolution instead went against it. After observing Ida, our failed missing link, the geologic column can put down a comfortable padding for Darwinian evolution's coffin. The geologic column is a very powerful tool used by many evolutionists to try and prove Darwinian evolution. However, the facts that are not shown in the geologic column are in complete hostility toward even the thought. Look at the geologic column, and what do you not see? The missing links. Evolutionists will say, look, here at the bottom, simpler organisms, and as you go up, it gets more complex, thus proving my point. Nope, Darwin himself said in Origin of Species, quote, as by this theory innumerable transitional forms must have existed, why do we not find them embedded in countless numbers in the crust of the earth? End of quote. Since the search for the missing link has been on for 132 years after Darwin's death, you would think they would have found it by now. But they haven't. Since the geologic column has put the soft sheet of covering over Darwin's theory, the next piece of the coffin is the lid. Many science textbooks in the U.S. nowadays like to mingle natural selection with Darwinian evolution. Now it's time to set things straight as they should be. Darwinian evolution has no place with natural selection. They are completely two different things. Remember the definition of Darwinian evolution? The change of one kind of animal to another? Natural selection is change within kind. Let us use dogs to make this point clear. A poodle, beagle, German shepherd, and golden retriever are all dogs. There is no change of kind, but there is change within kind. This is an example of natural selection. There has never physically been a change observed by anyone of one kind changing to another, which is exactly what Darwinian evolution is. The lid has now been placed on Darwin's theory of evolution and is ready for review. The scientific evidence pointing against Darwinian evolution is quite clear. The missing link, the geologic column, and the difference between natural selection and Darwinian evolution give it the only option but to raise the white flag. Now it is time for the nail to be firmly placed in Darwin's theory of evolution, with this mind-blowing trailer called Evolution vs. God.
Faith is the great cop-out, the great excuse to evade the need to think and evaluate evidence. Richard Rowe. Imagine visiting some of the world's most prestigious universities, interviewing top evolutionary scientists, atheists, and holding their feet to the fire until it's clear that there is no evidence for Darwinian evolution, that it's not scientific.
So we have thousands of examples. Can you give me one? I can give you thousands, just one. To summarize, the observable evidence that you give me for Darwinian evolution is bacteria becoming bacteria. Still bacteria, there's no change of kinds.
Evolution versus God. If you believe in evolution, prepare to have your faith shaken.
with those who are unable to see evolution, I think, is they don't have imaginations.
So true.